Welcome, everybody. Welcome to LANDER'S State of the University. This is the fourth year of great news. For 4 years, we've talked about us growing and getting better in every metric that we've focused on. And here we are again with a great message for you all. So, how many students are here? Yeah. Say hello. I know that we have 100 or 150 of you in overload in Barrett Hall. So I know that this is probably the top thing that you wanted to do today. Maybe the second top thing. So I've made it interesting for you. You know how I love to be with you. I love to see our students, the great minds of tomorrow. So let me tell you what I did. There are 2 words misspelled in here. And there was an email that came out earlier today from President at Lander, or Lander President. What is the one you sent out today? President at lander.edu. So you can reply to that email. But if you get both of them, and you're the first to reply, you get $50. Okay? That you can use anywhere on campus that you want. It's Starbucks, the bookstore, whatever you want. And then 20 after that will get a really nice shirt. And you know we're giving away some nice shirts, but I mean even a better one. Now, there's a third misspelled word, and this one's tough. And if you get that and the other 2, you get $100. And then the first that comes with just the 2 will get the $50. So I would pay attention, because there's a lot of money in it for you. All right. So here we go. I like to begin each of these with this slide, because I think it's very important that we define and identify who our community is. Who are we? What is Lander University? Are we interested in the legislators in Cleveland, Ohio? We are not. But we're interested in the legislators in Columbia, South Carolina. And it matters. Pay attention. Who are we? There you go. Our students, you guys. We exist for you. The jewels in our crown. Our employees and our retirees, the lifeblood of our great institution who've dedicated their lives to educating you. South Carolina, we are a state university. We care about the residents, the taxpayers, the legislators, employers that come to our state. South Carolina matters to us. Some universities, almost all the students are from out of state, and South Carolina doesn't matter to them as much as it does to us. Our community and our elected officials, our community, we have a very close relationship. They help us, and we'll see some slides how much they help us, and they come to the university often. And our elected officials, city, county, state, federal, they matter to us. And our alumni, all of those who came before you, that are all over the state and the country and the world, they matter to us. Our donors are very important. They're important because we are a great institution. But there's a difference between good and great. So if you function well and you operate well, you can be a good university, but it's the donors that get you into the end zone that make you great. And we have some great donors that give to us with their time and with their resources, and they are important to us. We have to make sure that we perform for them. And our board of trustees, many of those are here right now. And we have a great board. Bright, various backgrounds, get along with one another, help, drive great distances to be here, contribute their time and their resources. Not every university has a great board. This is who we are. You're all here today, so welcome once again. All right, this is an important slide. We always begin each of these meetings with this as well. It's important. What is our vision? What is our mission? What are our core values? When you think of our greatness, it all starts with this: perfect vertical alignment from the trustees down to the person we hired yesterday. They've got to be crystal clear on this. What do we want to be? Why do we exist? What we believe in? What we want to achieve? How we're going to achieve it? Our initiatives. We are great, and our greatness comes from focus on this. So we have 10 pillars in our strategic plan. And everything that you see today and everything that we talk about will be related to one of these pillars. We didn't go to New York and buy 10 acres of property. We would say, why did we do that? Where does that fit in? But we'd go next to the university and buy 10 acres of property. Every dollar we spend is tied to one of these 10 pillars. All right, we have some leadership updates. We've hired some new vice presidents. Scott Jones, our provost, brilliant guy. I'm thrilled to have him here. University of Indiana, Kokomo. Stacy Bowie, brilliant vice president, chief financial officer from Coastal Carolina. Mike Worley, brilliant, super sharp, Georgia State. These individuals are going to help us continue on our journey to greatness. We are conducting a national search for our vice president for enrollment management, and we will recruit a superstar to move here to Greenwood. We have appointed 2 interim deans. Many of you know them. You're either taking their classes, you'll see them around, coffee socials, things of that nature are planned. And we are conducting national searches for those 2 deans as well. We have some new board members on our foundation from Arkansas and Florida. So you may have noticed that there's more students around here this year. Look at all of you. There's 150 more in Barrett Hall. There's a lot of students, and with growth comes challenges. Lots of challenges. That's a great problem for a university to have, managing challenges. Most universities are not growing the way we are. Feeding you. As you can tell, we are recruiting older students now. Feeding you, and we're doing a lot of great things for that. We're going to bring more venues and more types of food, and it's really exciting stuff. I've been asked not to get into it in too much detail, but this year you're probably going to get your favorite food brought to the campus. We've expanded hours. We're doing a better job with how you get in, how you get out. Queuing theory for those that study math here. I know you love parking. That, by the way, is the president's house. So we've been building parking lots. That house, it's kind of neat. When we buy property, we either knock the house down or we give it away to Habitat for Humanity. And that rolled out of here about a week ago so they could get it under the wires. They cut the roof off. Now, we've added 3 parking lots this year and 1 last year, that one. So we've added 4 additional parking lots. And I understand parking is very important to faculty, staff, and to our students. And so I know that we need a parking garage. And there it is. So this parking garage is coming to Lander, and I promise that we'll have it by 2050. We really are going to build a parking garage, I promise. I promise we will. We've been working on it. You've heard me say that before. It's a complex thing, but we are going to build one. And when we do, that'll do all kind of neat things for us, like we'll be able to dig up some of the parking lots we have and create more green space for you. And perhaps we'll build a building on one of those parking lots, but we will build a parking deck. We realize that we do not want to overwhelm our classrooms, so instructional and laboratory space is important for us to keep an eye on as our enrollment grows, because we'll never lose our identity, who we are. Our faculty know all of your names, and we're never going to grow to where that isn't the case. We're pretty much where we want to be right now. And of course, we need an adequate number of faculty and staff. Faculty to educate you and staff to take care of you, making sure the residence halls are operating well, making sure that you're safe, making sure that you're fed, you get your mail. This matters. As we grow, we make sure that we have the right number of faculty and staff. And housing. We are 99.4% filled, and we have a waiting list of men. So this is a constraint for us. How could we keep growing with the housing shortage that we have? And transportation. Many of you have asked for transportation, and we've got some cool things coming this year in addition to this that you're really going to like, to where you can transport yourself. It's going to be neat. This is the second one of these vehicles. It's ADA compliant. You see it all over the place. My wife and I will go to Walmart, and it'll pull up, and all the kids come off, and all of them go on, and it's just really exciting. Not to mention, it is a billboard for our great institution. We want to be an employer of choice. We want faculty and staff to come to Lander because we are a great institution, and they want to work here because it is a great culture. And you won't hear many universities say that, but you'll hear us say it. We want to be an employer of choice. Say it, write it down, let people know so that they can tell whether or not you're accomplishing it or not. Our Human Resources Department, London Thomas, she is the new Director of Human Resources here at Lander University. And under her leadership, you're going to see all sorts of activities and things take place that are going to make this an employer of choice. They have already initiated quite a few things, from training all the way down to an ice cream social. We've created the Staff Senate. There is a Faculty Senate, now there's a Staff Senate. You think you saw this before, but what you saw before was we said we were going to create the Staff Senate, and we did create the Staff Senate. The staff have a voice to communicate to us. There was a trustee, he retired from our board. George Starnes was his name, and he was a graduate, and he always told me about field day here, and it was one of his favorite memories. And we're working to bring that field day back for our students. But we started with our staff, and they really enjoy it. They look forward to it every year, and they have a great time. Staff Excellence Awards, recognizing our employees who go above and beyond. Employee of the Month. These are great employees, and they're nominated by you. We want to be the best employer in the community. Compensation and new employees. I want to talk about this chart. So we've increased salaries 4.1% in less than 1 year. But we have to hire lots of people. Lots of people we're hiring because we had a lot of vacancies. We need to hire more people to come here and take care of our students. Plus, there are quite a few, over 50, I believe, promotions, pay increases, all sorts of things like that are taking place. So many staff members and faculty members say, oh, well, the salary expense has gone up 4.1%, when in fact, you can see there's an increase of over 20%. So lots of dollars continue to be invested in our employees. Safety and security. This is my top priority. It matters more to me than anything else, keeping our students, our faculty, and staff safe. I would rather close than have one of my students harmed. Chief Greg Allen, brilliant chief, amazing attitude, very experienced, an amazing leader. I know all of you know him, and we are really lucky to have him. And under his leadership, we're going to be a safe institution. We have all of our police officers now. We didn't always have all of the positions filled, and now we do. We're buying new vehicles. All of these things we are purchasing, or we have purchased this year. And they're buying some of these cool vehicles here, some dune buggy type things. There's quite a few more coming that they don't look like that. I think that's one of them, but there's some other cool ones you'll see around campus. And there are hundreds and hundreds of cameras being installed all over campus so we can make sure no one harms our students. This is something new we started this year. We closed the university before the semester began, and we're going to do it every year. Every employee is required to come to this event every year before our students return. And Chief Allen educates us, tells us what words mean, what are vocabulary words that we didn't understand, what to do, what not to do, who to listen to. So unfortunately, in the United States and the world today, there are crazy people out there that want to harm our children. And we have to invest in this and train and focus on it, and it is my top priority. Some academic news. General education. This is very important. My provost says, these are the things that a college-educated student need to know. And it is a complex subject. It's very emotional to board members and to faculty and to students. It affects your experience here. It affects new students. It affects students transferring in. It's a big deal to look at this and to alter it. And it's going on right now. And great institutions review it regularly and stay relevant and stay current. The duties of our deans have dramatically changed. What does this mean, targeted faculty recruitment? We're aware of some of the classes that you're taking that are just full, and that perhaps the class is not available and you need it to graduate or you need it to go to the next year. We're aware of that. We're paying attention to it, and we're recruiting faculty so that you don't have those problems. And many new programs are being offered. Many are in the pipeline. Next year, you're going to see all sorts of exciting things, and this year, we're going to bring on some of these exciting programs. We're staying very relevant. The University Center of Greenville, you may know that we have secured some real estate up there, and we're moving quite a few programs up there, faculty, staff. There's a lot of people up there, and we intend to go up there and introduce ourselves and start offering programs. You notice we're recruiting some older students up there too. Gen Ed, duties of the deans, targeted faculty recruitment, new programs going to Greenville, and graduate and online programs. Graduate and online programs is a big deal for us. This is a new 100% online program that we're offering this year. We expect an enormous amount of students from around the state and the United States to take this. This is another one, 100% online. This is the first cohort. Most of these people were at Self Regional, not all of them, I think. And there's one or two that aren't here that were in that cohort. But they have a master's degree now, and it's affecting their career. Oh, by the way, 100% of our nurses that graduated passed the NCLEX. 100%. Online training. Just because we want to offer online programs, we got to make sure the quality's there. We got to make sure that a faculty member knows how to create a shell and knows how to make sure that it's something that will help you and either enrich a hybrid program or help you if it's all online. And so 97 of our faculty have been trained and certified. So we didn't just introduce online programs. We took it very seriously and trained our faculty, and we're working to make our online programs great. Affordable learning. You're going to see some more on that as we go through here, but your debt and the cost of coming to school is very important to me. So what is this? This is very interesting. These are awards that are given to faculty for teaching classes that don't have textbooks. And this is the whole state of South Carolina. And 30 of our faculty have received this prestigious award. We have more than all the rest combined. So as usual, we are a great institution and we're always leading the way. Our honors college. Brilliant kids that are coming here to Lander. You're in the audience right now. Take a look at this. I know you're all looking for a word that's misspelled. I promise not to go blowing through a slide that has it. Okay, more exciting changes. I'm seeing this for the first time too. So, the statement of student experience. Our board members want to make sure that you are good citizens. And they want to make sure that you have a really robust, complete, holistic experience here. And they passed this statement, and it's on our website, right below our vision and our mission. And I'm sure there are probably some universities that have this, but I haven't come across any. Launch into Lander, one of my favorite things. This is a brand new program that started this year with you. Our freshmen went through this. It's recreating the Welcome Week. And its purpose is to help our students make friends. They're transitioning into college from high school. They're coming from all over the state. And they want to meet new friends. They want to make connections. Look at that thing. I think faculty should settle their problems like that. This is important. Our new students are meeting who's who to go to if you have a problem. So now we have created a program to do that so that a new student knows who to go to. And guess what else we're bringing about? A concierge service. One number, one place to text, and someone's going to answer every question you have. Maybe not about life or who invented liquid soap, but anything about Lander University, we are going to answer those questions. It's going to make us even better at serving our students. When we started, I talked about how the community was a part of our university identity. Do you know how many community members came and moved our students in? It's amazing. So, creating a robust student experience. If you remember back at those 10 pillars of our strategic plan, creating a robust student experience was one of them. So, 116 events last year. We're going to be at 130, or we're trending to 130 this year. 4,000 students, meaning incidences, have occurred since we've started already this year. 20 new clubs and 80 in total. There's a lot of stuff for you to do. There's a lot of stuff for you to get involved with here at Lander University. Let's take a look for a moment at some of these things. Oh, by the way, your new shirts are here. They'll all be given out to you this week. So an email will come out and tell you where to get them. And we're doing it very differently this time. You just show up, you show your ID, you pick your shirt, grab your size, and go. So there's 4,000 shirts that'll be delivered here. I believe they're here already, but you'll be able to pick them up this week. And these are nice shirts, great material, customized just for you with these logos. It was very cold this night. We asked him to smile for the picture. And he sure did, didn't he? Look at you amazing students. All the fun you're having outside of the classroom. Oh, man. I'm glad I didn't see that. So we've introduced some new athletic programs this year. And we want to keep our enrollment kind of where it is. So as we introduce programs, you may see more students coming, but we will lower the freshman class. We have almost 1,000 freshmen that came here this year, which is unbelievable moving to Greenwood. But we're going to drop that number next year, and we'll keep our number the same. So when you see new programs, we are paying attention to our overall enrollment. Women's lacrosse. Lacrosse is a lot of fun. Men's lacrosse. This is my security team. Believe me, I need it. Rugby is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. If you haven't seen a rugby game, you really need to go and watch one. Okay, across the street in the Jeff May complex is this building. And this building was leased by Self Regional Hospital, but we have it back now. And we're renovating it right now. And our wrestling team and our men's and women lacrosse, this will be their building. So more student space. So, this is funny. I don't know if you've seen these, but these are beautiful, beautiful tennis courts. They cost a lot of money to renovate them for you, and they're beautiful. Why do you think I renovated them? The first student protest. This is for real. This came to me. So now you know how to get things. We renovated those courts, and they're beautiful now. Ask and you shall receive. So you remember we hosted this. And esports is important to me. Gaming is important to me. These are really bright students. Gamers, athletes in the esports program, they are very impressive. And it's something new and powerful that's happening across the United States. If you're paying attention, it's a big deal. And when this came, I said that we were going to invest in a new facility. And then I sent an email out, and I called all the gamers to my office to learn what was it that they wanted in that new facility, because we want to win. We want to win. We want to go into the Peach Belt and win. The same way we do with our varsity teams, we want to win in esports. And have we built you a gaming lounge? And I haven't been able to see it yet. They told me I couldn't see it for 2 more weeks, but ha ha, I got this picture. So this is right here on campus, and it is amazing. And I'm telling you, we are going to start winning. My board's here, so I'm just going to say we're going to start winning, but you know what that means. We're going to start winning. So you wanted Enu Village? You guys pick where they go. You wanted another one over there at Brookside. All right. Now, we're not completely done yet, but I'm wrapping it up. So, Lander performance by the numbers. 4 years ago, we had a slide and it said it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. All right. So, we have the largest freshman class in our history. Look at this. Is this amazing? 69% increase in freshmen in 4 years. I'm not sure, but I bet it's the largest in the United States. I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. And you are amazing students. Our freshmen are the best. And you wouldn't be here if you weren't the best. And our overall enrollment is another record. Almost 20% increase in 4 years. What does this say? Students want to come to Greenwood and go to Lander University because we are a great institution. Who is experiencing this kind of growth? And with the quality of students that we have. We had a banner fundraising year, another record. We raised more money this year from our amazing donors than ever before. State appropriation, these are the dollars that South Carolina legislators give to us, 14% more over the previous year. They believe in us, they believe in our city, they believe in our university, they believe in what it is that we do here at Lander University. Now this is interesting. I went down and I asked them for some money. And we only have recorded history for 26 years. And they gave us more money than in our own recorded history. Think about that. For 26 years. And they don't have a lot of money. So when they give money to you, students, it means they believe in you and they know you're going to contribute to the state and make South Carolina great. So, these two nasty buildings are here. And that is a picture of their roofs. And so this one, I think, is from 56 or something like that. And this one's well over 30 years. So that's the Art Annex. And, of course, you know, this is Horn Arena. These are the original roofs. And it cost $3.5 million to replace those roofs. And that's interesting for the faculty to understand that. So if I took $3.5 million and built a water slide, you guys would love it, and everybody would notice it and see it. But nobody notices the roof unless you're in that building and it's leaking. But the great state of South Carolina gave us $3.5 million because they know we take care of our university and they wanted to help us put these brand new roofs on. Another record. We have more students living on campus than ever before. 99.4% full with a waiting list of men. We've got plenty more people that want to move here than those few rooms we have left, but those rooms are filled with women and we don't want to stick a man in there. So we are well over 100% full, but we are 99.4% full as far as the actual beds are concerned. Another record shattered. And some of you may have known that the Brookside facility, 7 buildings named after lakes in South Carolina, that they were all boarded up. And they may not have even been here, but my board, in their infinite wisdom, said, hey, let's renovate these because we're going to be great. and we're going to need these rooms. And we did renovate them, and I know the kids that are in them think those buildings are really cool. And so when we're 99.4% filled, that's with another 280 beds added into this mixture. Another record shattered. Now this is important, students. You've heard me down here talking about spending money, about renovating tennis courts, about buying shuttles, replacing roofs, hiring faculty, doing all sorts of things. But what is important is none of the cost is being passed on to our students. Not 1 cent of an increase has come to our students because we care about the debt and the expense of our students. We locked up the cost of going to school here years ago, and not just tuition. It's all tuition, all general fees, and all housing. So your parents and you know exactly what it's going to cost to come to school here at Lander University. And other universities are trying to freeze their tuition, but we were the first to do it. As usual, we set the pace. So all these neat things that you're seeing, it's not being passed on to you and your families. Okay, I promise I'm coming to the end here. Updates on the strategic plan. Strategic plan is very important. So we had 10 pillars in our strategic plan. Now, some of you may have read that book. It's quite a few years old now, called Good to Great. Well, the idea here was taking us from good to great. There's quite a few things on this list, and it's because we were covering all sorts of things at Lander University. And of course, we just shattered one record after the other, so it made sense to approach the strategy this way. Usually these plans are 5 years, and we are coming into the 4th year now. But we've accomplished quite a bit of this. We haven't accomplished all of it, and we're not removing them, but we have accomplished quite a bit of this as supported by our results. But we're going to add some additional focus areas. Maximum velocity, that's what we're going to call our next strategic plan, to be even more great. The value of your degree is going to continue to go up. It's up now, and it's going to continue to go and grow and grow and grow. And you're going to get into great graduate schools, and you're going to launch wonderful careers. So we're going to add a few things. And these are some of the focus areas. Graduate enrollment, online courses, our Greenville presence, transfer students, and increasing the retention of the students that we have. These are things now that we're going to focus on as we amend our strategic plan. And that's what, you've got to have courage for the business students here. You've got to have courage. You call it what it is. If you're going to do something, you write it down, you share it, you let people know that you're going to do it, and then you do it. And I assure you that in the next few years, we will shatter records with this, the way that we do with everything here at Lander. So looking forward, what are some of our priorities? So, of course, focusing on our strategic plan, those things we just talked about as a priority. But, and this is not necessarily new. What I'm doing is I'm writing it down and I'm showing it to you, and I'm saying it will continue to be a priority, and it may never come off of a list of being priorities. Mental health. I read something recently, and it said everyone you come in contact with is fighting a battle that you are unaware of. And that was a powerful statement to me. Mental health. Our students are growing up in the most unbelievable environment. And your parents didn't have to deal with the kind of things that you're dealing with on a regular basis. Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of for faculty, staff, and students. It's important for you to achieve greatness if you feel that you're struggling or suffering with something, anxiety, anything. You got to reach out to us, and we will help you. We are here for you to make you great. So mental health is important to us. for our faculty, our staff, and our students. Safety and security, it's important to us. We're going to continue investing, continuing hiring police officers, continuing training, buying equipment, because we want to keep you safe. We're not going to let anyone come here and harm you. And SACS, that's our accrediting body. And it is very, very, very important to maintain your accreditation. There are over 90 standards that a university has to meet to be accredited. And we have a perfect accreditation. Perfect. Every single standard is perfectly met because we are a great institution, and we will never, never, never have a single failure, because every year we're going to study this and we're going to be the example of great institutions in our state and in our conference. Compensation. It is a priority. We write it down. We point to it. We're going to continue compensating our employees. Every year, our employees are going to receive an increase, and it won't be passed off to our students. And ethics. Walking the walk. Doing the right thing. Following rules. Follow rules. The game is nothing if you don't follow the rules. Follow the rules. Ethics are important. Faculty need to demonstrate ethics. Vice presidents, deans, board members. And by the way, there's training from the board all the way down. Ethics matters here at Lander University. Okay, what record remains? So we have shattered the freshman number. We've shattered the overall enrollment number. We've shattered the fundraising number. We've shattered the state appropriation number. What record remains? Those things that I just mentioned, that's the stuff that people care about, legislators, the governor. Which one remains? Retention. So I call this the Larry Jackson number. President Jackson had the all-time highest retention number of 71%. And this is the 10-year average. And here comes us. So this year, we are over the 10-year average, and we will swiftly crush this record next year. That is a conservative number. So then there will not be a single metric that Lander is responsible for that we didn't literally crush. In any event, thank you for coming, and I wish all of you a very, very successful year.